Hey, what's up? Welcome to our second video. We up in here.
Yeah.
So, topic of discussion today is, should musicians get paid?
Yes, sir.
You know, the beautiful thing about this is I don't know his thoughts on this. He don't know mine. So this right here about to be raw conversation.
Raw material.
Yes, sir. So do you even think musicians should get paid?
I honestly feel like musicians should, most definitely. What do you think about that?
I do. I think so. So, for one thing, it's because we have to work on our craft to get good. You know what I mean? Working on your craft takes time.
Yeah.
When you go to work, what do? You punch in the clock. Time. Time is money.
Yeah.
Okay. And depending on how good you get is how much time you spend. So, you know what do you say?
Well, I 100% agree with that as well. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like as musicians, depending on where you are and depending on what you can do, I feel like if you bring value to the table by taking it more serious and showing that you want to grow, why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
You know, like, you still got to invest, like we said last video. Got to invest. So you know what I mean. Hey, that extra pay can help you invest in some sticks.
Come on, man.
Who knows what I mean? Like the stuff that we got, like we both invested into a sub kick and mixers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we literally started from just a keyboard and drum set, and now
that's it. Yeah, we got coming in the video, we're gonna show y'all our setup. Okay, but like you said, the money that we would get paid from, you know, doing what we do will go back into that, and definitely. Which will better the sound all around.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's just a lot of things to really invest on for it, which costs money and time. Such as you got to do your research. Research is like one of the most important things. Got to know what you're doing. Even if you just got to buy the thing off of Amazon, Walmart, Guitar Center, whatever. Mess with it. If you're not feeling it or if you're just not there yet, send it back. You know, like, honestly, take your time to do the research. Like, me personally, I love to do the research. If I feel like it's something that's going to further help us grow, then, hey, I'm on that. You know what I mean? I talked to Carrington basically a lot about equipment, audio tech. Hey man, check this out. What do you think about this or that? Because it's important that the whole chemistry thing, you got to build that.
Yep.
I mean, that's just
like when we started, like you said, keyboard, drums. Next thing came up, talkback mics for communication. How did we get that? Most likely with the money that we get paid from the church.
Oh yeah.
And the communication has tenfold, like way better.
Yes.
Okay. So next question: do pay even matter? Do pay matter? We kind of already answered that. It do matter to me, my opinion, because like we said, we can pour it back into our ministry. What do you say?
Well, I honestly do feel like pay matters as well. I mean, you gotta have the money to to just do things. I mean, I don't see churches asking like, "Hey, what else do you guys need? We will pay for it." Do you know, like, do y'all ever see churches do that nowadays? No. Like, I haven't. I don't know about you, but I haven't. Because my thing is this: musicians know what they need. Yeah. So on top of that, other people may not understand what value like certain things may cost, like a talkback mic, for instance, or to set up a click track system. That's very to us. That's important.
Very.
You can literally go further beyond with just ideas, schemes, whatever the case may be, stuff like that. But yeah, pay is important to me. Got it out.
Okay. Hey, let me grab them notes right quick, because we got some good stuff here.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that right there.
Bad boy. So another thing, where are you at? As in, look around the ministry you in. Can the church afford to pay you?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big thing.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit. First of all, I want to say this. I don't do this for the money.
Right.
I love doing this.
Right.
But the money can help, me and the church out.
Most definitely.
Again, I love doing this. I don't want y'all to, it do sound like I'm all about the money, but that ain't what it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, look at where you at. Like, use your mind. Like, can they afford to pay you? What do you think about that?
Well, like you said, first things first, I don't do this for the money. That's another thing. You have to have the right heart, to be able to gain anything in life. That's life lesson 101, whatever. But depending on where you are, now a lot of small churches can't really afford that. Yeah. So don't go in there thinking that it's gonna be sweet and all that. Man, I'm the best drummer in the world, yada yada yada, or I'm best keyboard, and I'm just gonna get this amount of money because I'm good. No, it don't work like that. If they just can't afford it, they just can't afford it. I mean, you have to respect that. I mean, it is what it is, to be honest with you.
Yep. That's why doing this needs to be a passion.
Right.
You have to want to do it, because doing passions, you can't mind it cutting into your day to do things. All right.
Most definitely.
So let's see. This is a good one right here. Would you accept a plate of food for payment? Okay, I want to hear your thoughts on this one first.
Man. I say it honestly. I was about to say it depends. No, I can't.
Like every Sunday?
No, I can't do that, because it's like, my thing is, okay, so if it's already talked about before the service starts, right, and then after, if the service is over, now during the service, if you're doing your thing, if you're trying to do what you got to do to make the service, kind of sound elevated and great for real, and then boom, hey, I know we talked about the money, but
I got some burgers, yeah. In the middle of the service, a usher come and whisper in your ear, "Now we got some burgers. We ain't gonna be able to afford to pay you, but we got some nice burgers." That's unacceptable.
I consider that disrespectful. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a good one. Now, another good one. Do you play only for pay?
Me personally, no. The reason how I know that from my heart is because, honestly, like, growing up with all the passion that I almost said used to have, I still have a lot of passion, without a doubt. I'm gonna say money didn't do nothing but help me grow as far as equipment wise. It didn't change my passion for it at all, honestly. I mean,
right.
I grew up in family churches. I played my heart out every chance I got. I get upset whenever somebody tell me to hand them the sticks or whatever. But because, like, that's passion.
Yeah, right.
People, I know a lot of musicians that just take that money and they have a change of heart of everything.
Oh man.
That's just how it is.
Oh man.
People want to make a living off of that. I mean, it's tough, honestly. I don't play it for money. I mean, hey, I'd be grateful and I'd be like, thank you so much. I'd be happy. Hey, thank you. I'd buy some more sticks.
Pouring back into our ministry.
Most definitely.
So I don't pay for play. Excuse me. I don't play for pay. that I don't know, because I don't like going to work all the time. If I'm just playing for pay, I'm gonna have to cut some of this out. There would be no passion. So like pretty much what you said. Right. I got the passion. I love doing this. Just like me too. I grew up under my mom, under her ministry. I didn't get paid. It was like, remember the first time I got paid for playing, I was like, "What? Really? Yeah. This is just what I do,
right?
Because I love it."
I feel that.
This is a big important one right here.
Oh man,
this is important. A contract.
Ooh.
You have to have some type of contract with your church, meaning, okay, yeah, we know we're gonna be there on Sundays, but what about if pastor got to speak 45 minutes away after church? If it's in the contract, if you sign the contract, you have to do it. I'm speaking somewhere Wednesday. If that's in the contract, You have to do it. And in the contract, are you going to get paid more for going to that second service or a weekday service like a Wednesday?
I have a question for you. So, what about verbal agreement contracts?
I feel like it need to be like official on paper. Yeah, it works, but they can backtrack. Oh, we didn't say that.
Right. Yeah.
We know how we know how some church folk is. It ain't always good, but
Yeah, I honestly can piggyback off of that. I feel like if you're gonna do, if your church is gonna pay musicians, it needs to be done in an orderly fashion way, to the point where it's like what's going to happen right then and there, because number one, it's been talked about, y'all agreed on it, and y'all know the expectations that need to be done, whatever the case may be. Because who wants to wonder, okay, so what's happening now, yada yada yada, are you here and there, and then boom, the musician could possibly get looked so bad due to the fact of the church or the pastor or whatever the case may be is not doing right. You know what I mean? So that verbally, like, hey, we're gonna do this, that, we're gonna do this, that, or the third. It goes back to that plate of food question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine y'all actually agree on something like a verbal agreement. But hey, I know we talked about this. Here's some plate of food. Like, they need to be done in a certain way. So nobody has no harm done to their mental health, whatever the case may be, and stuff like that. Like, or they'll just sit out a Sunday. Oh, they're doing me wrong, so I'm gonna just sit out. Like, you gotta prevent the problems by just being a man of your word.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah. Now, it's another one. Are you good enough to get paid to play? As a keyboard player, if you only know 2 songs and you play those 2 songs every Sunday, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that in certain churches. But me personally, I'm not going to pay you to play 2 songs that you play the same way to the T every time. If you're a drummer, you can't keep the beat. You can't keep the rhythm. Like on the last video, I would not pay that kid to play at none of my services. He's not getting no money. Are you good enough to get paid? Let's see, bass guitar player. You can't find the root. That's the foundation of the music. You can't. No, sir. Wait, how you feel about that?
Well, talent can mean a lot. Talent, discipline, and making sure that you're really paying attention to things. If you're good enough, you're good enough. If you're not, you're just not. Like, it goes back to the last video. Parents, if your kids are not ready, they're just not ready. Sorry. Solutions, go home and practice. The drummer wise, buy them an electric kit.
Put them headphones on.
Yes. Don't play it out of an amp, no speaker, or it's gonna be loud. I'm sorry. Speaking from experience, an electric kit, it saves a lot of time. You don't have to keep buying drums bust it all up, blah blah. Electric kit saves a lot of money. But back to the question. Sorry about that. But back to the question. Honestly, if you're good enough as a drummer, you'll know how to feel the music out. And it's like, once you know what you're doing, that pastor, he gonna trust you. He gonna trust you.
Yeah.
He gonna give you that little like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. You keep doing that. Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Now, at the end of the day, though, the money shouldn't really matter that much. I know we keep going back to passion, but it's very important for that to be number one. Is the passion. Passion. Now let's open this bad boy up right here. Yes, sir. Let's see here. All right, so would you get upset if you find out another musician is getting paid more than you? See, my opinion on this, I wouldn't get upset because I don't know. I don't need to know. Point blank.
Right.
Stay in your lane. That goes for everything. Pay. Stay in your lane on your instruments. Stay in your lane when you're in the car. Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna crash, and it's gonna be a big issue over that.
Most definitely.
I've had first-hand experience over this. Firsthand, it turned out good.
Oh yeah.
You just stay in your lane.
Well, the way I feel about it is, I don't feel the need to feel some type of way, because, like I said, like Karen said, it goes back to the passion thing. If you have the passion for it, you're not gonna go out chasing it. Cause if you start chasing it, you're gonna have the wrong heart for it, and then you're gonna possibly miss out on a whole bunch of blessings that's literally right down that line, and then you want to take this other direction, and boom, stay in your lane. Simple. Stay in your lane.
Very simple. Please. Now, so if the pastor or usher come up to you right when you walk in, and hey, we're not gonna be able to pay you, what would you do in that situation?
Well, my thing is this. What I would really do is, I would really want to have a conversation right then and there. Like, if the usher comes and talks to me, we're going to the pastor. I'm sorry. I don't want to do no dirty business. I don't want the usher to do no type of dirty work for no one. If that's the case, I'd rather hear from the head of the house itself.
Yes, sir.
Pastor. Why? Is because, well, my thing is this. I would consider that very dirty and very unreasonable. If I really feel that way and I just cannot get to the pastor, I'm sorry, I'm going home. Due to the fact of, hey, if things are done out of order like that, then, and on top of that, you don't want to talk to me. See, like, that shows right there that you know what you're doing, and that I don't have time for that. What?
Contract.
Yeah.
It's in the contract. I'm supposed to get paid. But see, this is where we kind of differ right here. I agree with every single thing you said right there. I'd still play. I'd still play. I know that's kind of rebuttaling a lot of stuff I said, especially with the contract.
Yeah, that.
But I'd still play. But you owe me.
Yeah.
But you owe me, especially the usher coming up to you, and it ain't coming from the pastor.
Yeah.
Huge. That ain't good.
Yeah, I'd rather hear. I get you Wednesday. Play her here. I get you Wednesday. So, like, if you get me Wednesday, I know that you're a man of your word.
Yeah.
Not,
that's another way to go with it. How many times would you let it slide?
How many times would I let it slide? At the max, 2.
Big fact. Yep, I agree.
Anything other that, hey, you trying to play me?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, sir.
I'm a nice person. I have a huge purified heart. Hey, I let things slide for a little bit. But if things start to getting a little too heavy at this point, that's whenever you need to say something. That goes to any musician right out there. That's not saying that you. That's not saying, like, if you're not getting it the way that you want it to get, go blank. No, I'm not saying that. Don't take it that way. What I'm saying is, if you know that you're doing right and you're doing the right thing and you continue to grind hard and you know that they are watching you do this every single Sunday, my thing is, look, you know what you're worth, and on top of that, contract. I mean, be a man of your word, and everything will be all right. Simple.
So this. I hate how this question probably out of order. Do you work hard enough to even get paid? As in, bettering yourself. Are you better now at this time than what you was last year?
Oh, me? Most definitely. Most definitely. Because it's like, well, last year, what I can say was, I feel like I was kind of being held back. Whenever, like I said, the electric hit, hey, it really did a lot for me. My mom, thank you, Mom. It did a lot for me, honestly. Back last year, I didn't know how to do an intro, nor did I know how to end a song. Like, I was stuck on the old school way, and I really feel like, that. I felt like I was being held back to the point where I used to question myself, a lot of times, and then boom, honestly, it feels like I work so hard, and I continuously work hard as well. Like the equipment and everything, I put a lot of focus on being the musician itself. So most definitely, I feel like I gotten better, and I worked hard enough to even say, hey, I get paid because I work hard.
Yeah. Same here. It's crazy because I didn't realize how stuck in the old ways I was till this guy came around. He wanted to do intros. He's the one that's pushing for the click tracks and the technology and all that.
Oh yeah.
I had to evolve. I had to work on my intros. I had to work on the hits. We got a song that we doing this Sunday. Y'all know this song "Making Room" by Ricky Dillard.
Oh yeah.
Got to work on them hits, the intro, and all that. And yes, I'm a lot better than what I was now than what I was last year because I'm working hard. I'm trying to better myself because the better you get, the more they gonna want to pay you. Okay. Right. That's pretty much all I got to say about that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Are you
I got another question.
yeah, what's up?
So how would you fit now? Like this is just a scenario that never happened to me. I hopefully think it'll never happen to me. But how would you feel if there's someone in the audience that goes up to the pastor, you're our pastor, and be like, you're doing too much, and and basically you just deserve to not get paid for that. As in you're doing it for the wrong reason. How would you feel?
If somebody said that we doing too much, that we should what? That would be my reaction. What? I'm the type of nonchalant guy, or like, yeah, I'm gonna feel the type of way, but that's just gonna. Man, what you're not a musician. Right. If you think we doing too much up there, you're not a musician. Me and him, we ain't never gonna overstep the praise team now. Now we ain't doing too much. How would you react to that?
Well, my thing is, if the person willing to talk to the pastor, and the pastor willing to talk to me about that, I just be like, well, pastor, I mean, you see what we do. You see that we come to all the rehearsals. You see the technology up there. Every Sunday it looks different.
It really do. Yeah.
Like you see how much we're evolving past it. Hey, what they saying, it don't matter to me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, especially now if it's not bothering the pastor,
hey,
hush,
right.
Be quiet. Because that's one thing that I refuse to do is get left back in old time. The way that people played in 08 is not gonna move over to 2024 and so on.
Yeah,
I'm not about to get left back. Like I said, it goes back to, are we better than what we was last year? Yes, I've evolved to play different and stuff. And if we are doing too much, you ain't listening to the radio,
right? Right.
Because that's we that's what we doing over here.
Oh man, so my thing is, now, do you feel like musicians deserve respect for the grind that they do?
Yes, but the sad part about it, majority of the time, we'll get a thumbs up.
Right.
And that's it. And we have to accept that.
Boy,
just the thumbs up because we all don't really get the respect that we deserve.
Right.
That's for sure.
I feel the same way. I feel like with all the chops and stuff, I work at the house, and then actually bringing it on to the main stage, aka Sunday service, or events, whatever. Man, that takes passion, heart, and that takes discipline as well to be able to.
Yes, sir.
Put what you're practicing into the real thing. You gotta realize that takes a lot out of you,
man.
Because once you actually do it, it's like, oh man,
yeah,
I did it. And it's on beat. Ooh,
yes,
man.
Sir. Like on the keyboard end, I'll be trying to learn new shouts and stuff. I practice in my garage, and they'll keep hearing the same. It's probably just gonna be for like a couple of seconds. I'd even do that little part, but we working hard on these little parts.
Most definitely.
to make it fit in the big picture. And it's like, ooh, you're gonna keep rewinding that little small part. I guarantee you that.
Honestly, that goes back to the last video. Being creative.
God, never stop on your creativity.
Don't be held back.
I'm telling you, for Christmas we did "Joy to the World" and we did "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him."
Yeah.
We might post it up on here. Very creative. But guess what? Next year we're gonna do it different. It's gonna be a whole flip.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Keep on switching it up. Just make sure it sounds better.
Yeah.
And make sure it makes sense.
Man, my thing is beat the odds, man.
Yeah.
Beat the odds. If you gotta get some inspiration from YouTube, like bigger
That's
churches,
cool, man.
We all musicians.
Yeah.
We all want to share and learn things. Like there's things called a shed where like a lot of musicians come together, play music. Hey man, try this out. Yada, yada. Hey man, try this chop. See how you feel about it. Yeah. Man, a musician's world, like just to come together, just to experience things together, it's great, man. But the hate on now, if you ever deal with musicians that hate on each other, that's not cool.
That's what I was about to ask you, man. How it is with drummers with that, because keyboard players, I'll be like, hey man, hit that thing again. He'll do it. Right. Do it one more time. They ain't trying to share. I don't mind sharing to a certain extent.
Right.
If I was to give lessons, I give. Let me not say that. I give them the sauce. But not too much sauce. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want somebody sounding just like you. But if you see a musician, help them out. Even if they've been playing longer, they sound better than you. Oh yeah. Then y'all can bounce off of each other the better. It's gonna better both of y'all.
Yeah. From a drummer's perspective, my thing is it's just like every drummer. Now, like if you really pay attention to certain drummers, there's a lot of drummers out here that do all these crazy chops and all that. So you may not catch it for real, but if you catch it and you hear them using the same chop as like I say a beginner like Calvin Rogers, man, realize that hey, maybe Calvin Rogers is the person to study off of, cause hey that man has paved the way for a lot of drummers, such as myself, to continue to do the right things, continue to play the right way, despite of how other drummers may feel. Me, I have dealt with older drummers that basically say I do too much. I mean, I can't really say I do too much, cause it's like, especially on worship songs, I love to do a little cymbal roll, make it sound purdy, like not pretty, purdy. Yeah. And like a upbeat song like "Oh Give Thanks." Oh, I love it. I love the groove to it. I love it all.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta enjoy it, man. Despite how other people may feel, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. Everybody has their own style, craft, whatever the case may be. Just do your thing and just enjoy it.
Enjoy it,
Most definitely,
man. So, I mean, you got anything else on the topic?
Well, no, not really. Just basically, musicians should get paid, most definitely. But the ungrateful musicians need to learn their lesson.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, if you don't get paid a certain amount a year, keep grinding, man.
Yeah.
Stop looking for money, and because hey, like Carrington said, you gotta have the passion. If you don't have the passion, you're gonna be chasing money. You're gonna be hustling at that. Like man.
Yeah. I agree. I think musicians should get paid, but keep passion number one. Humble your heart. Move on.
Yeah. Yes,
sir. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably gonna talk about this again. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just honestly relatable to a lot of other topics and situations like that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, again, I'm always plug this at the end. Check out our TikTok.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in the description down beloh.
Yes,
I'm gonna put a video right here. We got a little something right here. Okay, check us out. It's worth the time.
Man, hey, if you feel like that we are right or something wrong, man, just put it in the comments, because every opinion matters.
It do. We ain't gonna get mad.
Right.
We ain't gonna. I promise. We humble.
Hey, we appreciate y'all and deuces.
Deuces.